Halloween Horror Nights 34 starts in just under 2 weeks. Though the announcements about this year's event started later than usual because of Epic Universe, they did start coming in hot and heavy in early June. With the event just around the corner, we have been given everything that this year's HHN has to offer. Not only have we been told what's coming, but construction of the scare zones and house facades is well underway. As of this week, here's what's been seen in the parks. The entrance scare zone, Origins of Horror, has seen the normal HHN truss go up, but this year it is being themed to the conservatory. And for the first time in years, the entrance scare zone goes down the street into Minions Land. We have more theming set up down the walkway showcasing IPs coming to this year's event. The New York scare zone, Mutations Toxic 20s, has some 1920s period pieces set up throughout the land, as well as some toxic sludge seen on the ground. Hollywood scare zone, Masquerade Dance with Death, has some altars set up, looking aged and covered with vines. And the Central Park scare zone, the Cat Lady of Crooked Lane, has gone from 0 to 60 in the last couple of weeks, with the jack-o'-lanterns returning to the trees a la the Trick or Treat scare zone from 2017. Central Park is being transformed into a haunted pathway leading to the Cat Lady's haunted house. We've never seen this scare zone expand past the gates at the end closest to ET, so this extension of the zone is awesome. As for the house facades, these photos from BioReconstruct show the Dollhouse and Hatchet and Chains facades coming along, as well as the other tents having their proper artwork added to them. It also looks like these tent houses are going to have some sort of line coverage this year. Given that HHN takes place during hurricane season and rain is inevitable, this is a very nice addition. And in the last week or two, some themed food booths have made their way into the park. We have food booths themed to Terrifier, Wyatt 6, Jason, and some that are unknown at the moment. Along with the food booths, it has been confirmed that we will also get the chance to eat at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. A location at Universal Studios Florida will be transformed into the iconic pizzeria from Five Nights at Freddy's, with, I'm sure, some incredible theming. Though it has not been confirmed where this will be, it will most likely be Louis' Italian Restaurant, as it is already a pizzeria. Another thing that will be new this year is that the Tribute Store will be in a brand new location. At a press event earlier this year, the creatives reminded us that this will actually be the 10th anniversary of the HHN Tribute Store, so we expected something big. Well, it looks like this year's store will be a bit down the street from last year's location, moving to the Sahara Traders gift shop in Palace Arcade. Though it sounds smaller than the past location, it has been said that it will in fact be bigger. It will be themed to an abandoned museum of antiquities, where we will enter the main atrium of the museum and decrepit exhibit halls where an ancient evil has been unleashed. And we have one more new addition for HHN 34. Not only will Terrifier be getting its own house and themed food booths, but Art the Clown will also be wandering around throughout the park as a standalone character. He will be out and about, stalking guests through queues, stores, restaurants, and dark alleys. This is shaping up to be one hell of an event. We've been going to HHN since 2015, visiting both events on the West and East Coast at Hollywood and Orlando. Though we do find Orlando's to be a better event, the last couple years have been slightly lacking in quality, most likely due to the budget constraints related to Epic Universe. The houses have been decent, but the scare zones definitely took a hit. However, this year looks like it's a return to its former glory in what could be the best year since 2019. Or could it be even better? With all the info we have for this year, I'm going to do some blind rankings of the houses coming to this year's event. This is based solely off the house descriptions, as well as my own preconceived biases to IPs. After we have the chance to visit HHN 34 ourselves, I'll do another video to compare my pre-event rankings with my post-event rankings and see how they stack up. We know there are 10 houses coming to this year's event, so I'm going to go through them from my least interested to my most interested. Alright, coming in at number 10 is WWE Presents The Horrors of the Wyatt 6. Here we will enter an eerie arena where we will go into the maniacal minds of Uncle Rowdy, Rambling Rabbit, Mercy the Buzzard, Abby the Witch, and Huskus the Pig. Okay, I have this one at number 10 because we aren't wrestling fans, so this IP really doesn't interest me. Like the names, I have to read this because I don't know them. Uncle Rowdy, Rambling Rabbit, Mercy the Buzzard, Abby the Witch, and Huskus the Pig mean absolutely nothing to me. Now, to this house's benefit, the pictures of them look really creepy, so I do have some high hopes that this will actually be a very scary house. It kind of gives me Triplets of Terror vibes from last year, which wasn't high on my list, but I actually really liked it because it was very scary. I'm ranking it at my bottom, but I am expecting it to move up in the rankings once I actually get to experience it. Number 9 for me is Fallout. In this house, we'll travel into the vaults and be attacked by raiders. We'll escape to the wasteland and confront the ghoul. Okay, this one sounds like a cool house, kind of like last year's Ghostbusters and A Quiet Place, and I'm sure it will have some fun sets and scares, but it doesn't seem like the scariest one to me, and I mean, I go to horror nights to be scared, so it'll be a cool one to go through. I'm not saying it'll be bad by any means, but it just ranks lower compared to some of the other ones coming. Both the vaults and the wasteland will make for an amazing house, though. At number 8, I have Hatchet and Chains, Demon Bounty Hunters. In an Old West town, all hell is breaking loose. Lava demons are crawling out of Hell's Well and trying to possess everyone, melting everything in their path. As we are trying to escape, Hatchet and Chains are trying to round up the demons. This one was fun in Slaughter Cinema 2, and not only were the sets and characters cool, but it was really creepy too. I like the Old West theming as well, and I kinda hope it gives some Darkest Deal vibes. Like Fallout, compared to the other houses coming, that's why I have this ranked lower, but I don't think it'll be bad. I'm kind of excited to go through it, and I hope it's higher on my list than what I have it at here. Number 7 for me is Five Nights at Freddy's. We are about to start the night watch at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, where we'll be hunted by Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy through the creepy abandoned hallways. Kinda like the Wyatt 6. I've never played the game. I have seen the movie, but it was an okay movie. It wasn't my favorite. But I'm kinda hoping it gives off Killer Clowns vibes. That house in, was it 2019, was so fun. It was one of our favorites. They have cool sets, they have big costumes, they have neat deaths and scares in it. So I'm hoping this one is kinda like that one. I'm sure it will be a very fun house, and I'm sure we'll do it a couple of times as we go. At number 6 is Dolls, Let's Play Dead. In this house, we become doll-sized and hunted by the unnatural creations of a twisted little girl. We will end in her creepy Victorian dollhouse where undead horrors await. Okay, I kind of like this one. It gives Sid from Toy Story vibes, which, as we all know, especially watching it as kids, that was definitely the scariest part of the movie, so it'll be cool to live that. I think the creature creations that will be scaring us will be awesome. And I really like exaggerated sets like this, like kind of having us feel small walking into this dollhouse with these, obviously there'll be toys, but they'll be huge coming out at us. I'm looking forward to this one. It has a lot of potential. Number 5 is Grave of Flesh. In here, it is our funeral, and we will enter our grave and pass through the gates of the underworld, where flesh-eating demons are waiting to feed on us. This one has the potential to be very creepy. Hopefully there's some really cool sets to go from the funeral through the gates of hell into hell, and then the demons, the lava demons, should be very cool. It sounds really creepy, walking through your own underworld, getting chased by demons that want to eat your flesh. Like, it's a good theme. The only thing I'm worried about is I hope it's not just too repetitive in one note throughout the whole thing. But I have my faith in Universal Creatives. Number 4 for me is Jason Universe. Here, we will step foot into the terrifying world of the silent killer and come face to face with Jason Voorhees. We'll flee Jason through Camp Crystal Lake, traversing through the woods and into his sinister shack. Okay, I'm always here for a horror icon. Some of the Halloween Michael Myers houses have been some of our favorites. Actually, the first house we ever went in was a Halloween house in 2015 in Hollywood. And maybe it was because it was just the first one, but it is still one of my favorites. It was so good, so I have high hopes for this horror icon. Another one of our favorite houses is Yeti Campground Kills. So I really hope this kind of has the same vibe, and then it's just a little scarier. You take out the Yeti and you put in Jason. Okay, now on to the top 3. In third place, I have El Artista, A Spanish Haunting. This house is set in 19th century Spain, where a tortured artist moves into an isolated country manor for inspiration. Malevolent spirits break into our realm through his paintings and possess the artist. Now, we're about to be part of his permanent exhibition. This house is going to fit in so well with the overall conservatory theme of the whole event, which I think will add to its impact. Personally, I like to think this is an extension of last year's museum deadly exhibits, which I know wasn't everyone's favorite, but I really liked that house, so I hope this is just bigger and better than that one. The creatives could really go anywhere with this, with his paintings being possessed and coming to life, so I'm pretty excited to see how this one turns out. My number 2 house is Terrifier. This house will be a compilation of the Terrifier trilogy where we will try our luck against the sadistic Art the Clown. We'll get to witness his grotesque handiwork of torture, and we'll be left literally dripping with terror. It has been said that this will be the goriest house ever created, and rumors state that the ending will give us a choice of a dry ending or a blood-filled wet ending. So even though the Terrifier movies aren't really my favorites, I kind of find them ridiculous and lacking a little bit of plot, I do think they will translate into a haunted house very well. Art is very creepy, he provides this level of uneasiness, and getting to walk through some of the sets for all 3 of the movies will be awesome. His kills are very cool, and it will be cool to kind of experience we'll say a 4D house where we get to experience the gore. I hope we don't get soaked though. I'm here to get a spray on me, but I hope we don't just get like a bucket of blood dumped on us. And the number 1 house that I am most excited for this year is Galkn, Monsters of the North. Here we will enter a remote northern village where a wicked being will rise from the dead and bring with it a horde of monsters that will wreak havoc on the townspeople. I am super excited for this one. I love mystical creatures, and this one is giving big Wendigo vibes. In the description for this house, it mentions trying to escape from the belly of the beast, so I'm kind of hoping that there's some big grand finale, like in the old AVP house when there was the xenomorph queen at the end. That was so cool, so I hope there is some giant mystical creature waiting for us. This one will be great too, because it sounds like it'll be the AC house of the year, so I hope it is the scariest, so we'll want to go in more and more for both the scares and the AC. So there's my list. To recap, we have at number 10, The Horrors of the Wyatt Six. Number 9, Fallout. At 8 is Hatchet and Chains. 7, Five Nights at Freddy's. 6, Dolls. 5, Graves of Flesh. 4, Jason Universe. 3, El Artista. Number 2, Terrifier. And my most anticipated house is Galkn, Monsters of the North. Now, in giving these rankings, I will say that every house sounds incredible this year. I honestly don't think there will be a weak house of the bunch. Ryan and I both like our scary houses, and these houses really do sound like they will be scary. Last year's event had houses like Goblin's Feast, Major Suites, and Ghostbusters that were more camp and fun compared to scary. So we're happy that this year sounds stronger in that regard. With less than 2 weeks until the event begins, and less than 3 weeks until we will get to experience the houses for our first time, we're very excited to see how these blind rankings hold up. With the event just around the corner, we'll have another video coming up about how to properly prepare for HHN. What to expect, what to wear, what to bring, everything you'll need to be ready to conquer the event. So now that you've seen my rankings, let me know yours. What are the houses you're looking forward to the most? And which are you looking forward to the least? Let me know your thoughts on my list as well. Do you agree with me, or am I completely out to lunch? Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that thumbs up button, as it really helps the channel. And if you want to stay up to date on all things HHN, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. Also, make sure to follow us at Canuck Park Hopper on Instagram, as we will be posting tons of HHN content once we're in the parks. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the fog.